Most people don't realize this, but one of the most damaging mistakes women make after menopause has nothing to do with food, exercise, or even hormones. It comes from something deeply personal, something most never speak about, the way they touch themselves. Self-pleasure, when done correctly, can keep a woman's body vibrant, protect intimate health, and even boost emotional confidence. But when done the wrong way, it can silently worsen dryness, reduce sensation, and slowly take away pleasure over time. The truth is, many women stop exploring their bodies after menopause because they believe that part of life is over. They assume desire fades, sensitivity disappears, and intimacy simply becomes a memory. But this isn't true. The body still responds, it just responds differently, and it needs a new kind of care, awareness, and attention. Pleasure isn't only about sex or orgasm. It's about keeping the body alive, emotionally connected, and physically resilient. That is why understanding common mistakes around self-pleasure is essential for long-term intimate health. Many women mistakenly believe that after menopause, self-touch is unnecessary. They say things like, "My sex drive is gone," or "I don't feel anything anymore, so why bother?" This is one of the most damaging myths women have been conditioned to believe. After menopause, estrogen levels drop, and this causes changes in the body. Vaginal tissues lose their elasticity, lubrication decreases, and blood flow slows down. If self-pleasure stops completely, the tissues receive even less stimulation, which speeds up a condition called vaginal atrophy. When this happens, intimacy becomes more uncomfortable over time, not less. But just like any other part of the body, intimate areas also need regular movement and circulation to stay healthy. Think of self-pleasure as physical therapy for your intimate health. Every time you stimulate this area, you are bringing blood flow, oxygen, and activity back to the tissue. This keeps it flexible and alive, protecting long-term comfort and sensitivity. Women who continue gentle self-pleasure after menopause often experience better lubrication, improved sensation, and greater confidence in their bodies, even if desire feels low at first. It's not about waiting for desire to magically appear. It's about gently reawakening your own body so that desire has a chance to return naturally. However, once many women do start again, they make a second mistake, relying on friction without lubrication. Before menopause, the body often produced natural moisture easily. But after menopause, dryness becomes common, and friction without lubrication can feel like burning or rubbing. Many women think discomfort is a sign something is wrong with their body, when in truth, they simply need lubrication. Using lubricant is not a weakness or a sign of aging, it is smart, healthy, and protective. It prevents tiny tears, irritation, and soreness. It allows the mind to relax and associate pleasure with safety again, instead of pain. Lubrication also boosts confidence because when the body feels good, the mind opens up to pleasure again. A small bottle of lubricant can transform the entire experience, making it smooth, gentle, and enjoyable once again. Every woman deserves comfort and enjoyment without pain, and lubrication makes that possible. The third mistake many women unknowingly make is using fast, aggressive, or rushed techniques. Before menopause, the body reacted more quickly because hormone levels kept tissues plump and nerves highly responsive. But now, things take more time. Sensitivity may feel lower, and instead of slowing down, many women instinctively apply more pressure or move faster in hopes of feeling something. But force doesn't increase pleasure, it actually numbs it. After menopause, the tissues are more delicate. They need time to warm up. They crave slow, patient stimulation. Gentle touch awakens nerves, builds sensitivity, and prevents discomfort. The goal is not to rush to orgasm. The goal is to reconnect with sensation, slowly building arousal. Think of it like warming your body before stretching. It prevents injury and helps your body open up. Real pleasure happens when you slow down and tune into what your body wants in the moment. Women who take time to build sensation instead of chasing release often experience deeper connection, more satisfying pleasure, and emotional healing. The fourth mistake is focusing only on penetration and ignoring the most sensitive part of the female body, the clitoris. For decades, society has made women believe that pleasure is supposed to come from penetration. But biology tells a different story. The clitoris contains over 8,000 nerve endings, more than any other part of the human body. It is the main source of pleasure for most women. After menopause, blood flow to this area can decrease, and that leads to reduced sensation. But that can be reversed, with attention and stimulation. Ignoring the clitoris is like ignoring the heart of pleasure. Self-touch should begin externally, with slow exploration and gentle awakening. Penetration should never be the starting point. It can be a part of the journey, but only when the body is fully ready. When women give time to clitoral stimulation, they remind their nervous system how to feel pleasure again. They restore sensitivity and awaken connection between mind and body. These first 4 mistakes are incredibly common, but once understood, they are easy to correct. Every woman has the ability to rediscover pleasure, even years after menopause. The body still works. It still responds. It still remembers. It simply needs a new approach, one that honors this stage of life with wisdom, patience, and self-respect. When a woman learns to care for her intimate self again, something powerful happens, not just physically, but emotionally. She begins to feel alive again. And this journey has only just begun. The next mistake many women make after menopause is repeating the exact same routine every time they touch themselves. They follow the same pattern, same speed, same position, and same outcome, often just trying to finish as quickly as possible. At first, routine feels safe and familiar. But over time, the body stops responding to repetitive stimulation because the brain craves variety. When you do the same thing over and over, the nerves become less reactive, and pleasure begins to fade. This leads many women to believe they've lost sensitivity forever, but the real problem is that their body simply needs new forms of stimulation. Changing rhythm, pressure, or even the environment can reawaken sensation. Slowing down, exploring new areas of the body, and allowing arousal to build gradually can completely transform the experience. Pleasure is not a routine, it's an exploration. The more curious and playful you allow yourself to be, the more your body will respond. Another mistake that quietly steals pleasure is neglecting the pelvic floor, the set of deep muscles that support the bladder, uterus, and sexual function. These muscles play a huge role in arousal and orgasm, but after menopause they weaken unless intentionally engaged. Many women struggle with light bladder leaks, reduced sensation, or weak orgasms and assume it's just part of getting older. But much of this can be improved by strengthening the pelvic floor. During self-pleasure, gently squeezing and releasing these muscles increases blood flow, intensifies sensation, and supports stronger orgasms. A simple cycle of slow tightening and releasing can make a remarkable difference over time. These muscles are part of the intimate system, and connecting with them brings more control, power, and connection to the body. Strengthening the pelvic floor doesn't just improve pleasure, it restores confidence. But perhaps the most silent and damaging mistake of all is allowing shame to control the relationship with pleasure. Many women were raised to believe that self-touch is inappropriate, embarrassing, or even wrong. Those messages get buried deep inside and stay for decades. After menopause, when the body begins to change, many women feel even more disconnected from pleasure, not because their body can't feel, but because their mind has been conditioned to feel guilt. This emotional barrier blocks pleasure more than anything else. Shame makes women hide their questions, silence their needs, and avoid seeking help. But the truth is simple, pleasure is not dirty, and intimacy does not expire. Touch is part of being human. It calms the nervous system, reduces stress, improves sleep, and keeps emotional energy alive. Every woman deserves to feel connected to her own body without judgment. Letting go of shame isn't about becoming someone new, it's about finally giving yourself permission to feel. The journey to reclaiming sensual confidence after menopause is not about trying to be who you were at 25. It's about learning who you are now, stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your needs. The body may change, but the ability to experience pleasure never disappears. It simply waits for you to rediscover it. Healing begins with small choices. Choosing to honor your body with gentle touch. Choosing comfort by using lubrication. Choosing patience over rushing. Choosing curiosity instead of routine. Choosing strength by engaging the pelvic floor. Most of all, choosing self-love over shame. Self-pleasure is not just a private act. It is a declaration that your body still matters. It is a way to rebuild intimacy with yourself before you share it with anyone else. It keeps your tissues healthy, supports your hormones naturally, and reminds your nervous system that pleasure is still possible. The most important message to carry forward is this: you are not broken. You are not too old. You are not finished. Your body can still awaken. Sensation can still return. Desire can grow again. Whether you are in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, pleasure is still your right. You still deserve tenderness, connection, and joy. If you want more guidance like this, remember that your journey doesn't end here. This is a new beginning. Learn, explore, listen to your body, and give yourself permission to feel again. The greatest intimacy starts with you.